What if you could change your life with a change of perspective? It's a tantalizing thought, isn't it? That by simply shifting the way we look at the world, we could alter the course of our lives. Today, we delve into the profound wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, a philosopher king from the ancient Roman Empire, who has much to teach us about the power of change. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Loss is nothing else but change, and change is nature's delight." Let's unpack that. We often view loss as something negative, something to be avoided at all costs. But what if we saw it as Aurelius did, as merely change, a natural and inevitable part of life? Aurelius believed that change is not something to be feared or resisted, but rather, it is the very essence of existence. Think about it, the seasons change, bringing with them new life and beauty. The day turns into night, giving way to a blanket of stars. Even our bodies change, growing and evolving from the moment we're born. And just as nature delights in these transformations, so too can we find joy in the changes that life brings our way. Because change in its many forms brings growth. It pushes us out of our comfort zones, challenges us to adapt, and ultimately, allows us to become better versions of ourselves. But how does one embrace change instead of resisting it? By adopting a perspective of acceptance. Acceptance does not mean passivity, it means understanding that change is a part of life, and using it as an opportunity to learn, grow, and evolve. So the next time you're faced with change, remember Marcus Aurelius's words. Don't fear the new or mourn the old. Instead, see it as an opportunity, a new chapter waiting to be written. Because in the grand scheme of life, change is not an enemy, but a friend. Embrace change, for it is nature's delight. These are not just words from a long-gone philosopher, they're an invitation to view life through a different lens, one that sees change not as a threat, but as a delightful dance of life. Embrace change, and watch as your life transforms in ways you never thought possible. Do you live life, or does life happen to you? This profound question underpins the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor. He posits that very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. Imagine life as a canvas. You're the artist, you hold the brush, and your thoughts are the colors. You have the power to paint your own masterpiece. Your thoughts shape your reality, they mold your perception, and ultimately, they construct your happiness. Happiness isn't a product of circumstance or a turn of fate. It's not something to be found outside, in the world. It's a treasure buried deep within you, waiting to be unearthed by the right way of thinking. Active living isn't about rushing through life, it's about taking control, about steering your own ship amidst the ocean of existence. It's about being the architect of your own joy and painting your canvas with the colors of happiness. Happiness begins within your way of thinking. Do you ever stop and think about how you spend your time? Marcus Aurelius, the philosophical emperor of Rome, once said, "Time is a sort of river of passing events and strong as its current." A profound statement that resonates with us even today, centuries after his reign. This metaphor, likening time to a river, captures the relentless, unyielding nature of time. Just as a river flows continuously and cannot be halted, so too does time march forward, unwavering and unforgiving. Time management then becomes an essential skill to master. If we envision our lives as boats navigating this river of time, our ability to steer effectively, to avoid unnecessary diversions, and to maintain a steady course towards our goals becomes paramount. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that we cannot control the current, but we can control our navigation of it. But what does effective time management really entail? It's not just about squeezing as many tasks as possible into a single day. It's about discernment, about choosing to spend your time on what truly matters to you. It's about understanding the value of each moment and making the most of it. Every tick of the clock is a moment lost, a moment that we can never retrieve, no matter how much we might wish to. This is the power and the tyranny of time. It is finite, and once spent, it can never be regained. Therefore, we must treat each second, each minute, each hour with the reverence it deserves. Imagine if we were to treat each moment of our lives as a precious gem, to be carefully considered and cherished. How different would our lives be if we truly understood the worth of each passing second? In the grand scheme of things, our time on this earth is but a blink in the universe's ceaseless journey. It is our responsibility then, to make the most of the time we are given, to use it wisely and purposefully. So, as we navigate this river of passing events, let us not simply drift aimlessly. Instead, let us steer with purpose and determination, understanding the value of each moment, and making the most of the time we are given. Time flows like a river and it waits for no one. How much power does your mind hold over your reality? This question brings us to one of Marcus Aurelius's most striking observations on the human condition. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Consider that for a moment. Often, we find ourselves at the mercy of circumstances, feeling as if we're tossed about by the winds of fate. But what if we could harness those winds? What if we could shift our perspective and take control not of the events themselves but of our reactions to them? The power of perception is a potent force. It's the lens through which we view the world, coloring our experiences and shaping our reality. It's the difference between seeing a storm as a destructive force or as a necessary part of nature's cycle, between viewing a setback as a failure or as an opportunity for growth. To grasp the power of your mind is to understand that you hold the reins of your own perception. It's to realize that while you may not control the world outside, you are the master of your internal world. This is a profound shift, a reclaiming of power that can bring strength and resilience. Imagine, for instance, being caught in a traffic jam. You could allow frustration to build, letting the situation dictate your mood. Or you could choose to see it as an opportunity for a moment of calm in a busy day. A chance to listen to a favorite song or podcast. Same situation, different perceptions, vastly different experiences. Marcus Aurelius, in his wisdom, invites us to embrace this power, to understand that our minds, our perceptions are our own to shape, that within us lies the strength to weather any storm, to turn any setback into a stepping stone. It's a potent reminder to take a step back, to question our perceptions, and to choose how we respond to the world around us. And so, we come to understand that our perception, our perspective on the world, is not just a passive reflection of reality, it's an active, powerful force, capable of transforming our experiences and shaping our lives. Find strength in the power of your mind. What does it mean to be good? That's a question that has been debated by philosophers, theologians, and thinkers for centuries. Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, cut through the complexity with a simple yet profound statement. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be one. This quote encapsulates the essence of goodness according to Aurelius. It's not about theorizing, debating, or defining what goodness is. It's about embodying it, living it, and manifesting it through our actions. Goodness, in this sense, is not an abstract concept to be pondered, but a concrete reality to be lived. Aurelius prompts us to shift our focus from words to deeds, from thought to action. It's a call to stop hiding behind arguments and start living by principles. The essence of goodness, as Aurelius sees it, is not about presenting a polished image of ourselves to the world, but about cultivating a genuine and virtuous character within. The Stoics believed that our actions are the truest reflection of our character. They held that virtue is not something to be merely talked about, but something to be practiced. And it's in this practice, in the everyday choices we make, that our true goodness is revealed. Aurelius's quote is a reminder that we can spend our lives debating what it means to be good, or we can choose to be good, right here, right now. It's an invitation to take responsibility for our own character, to strive for virtue in our actions, and to be the best version of ourselves that we can be. In essence, Aurelius is saying, don't just talk about goodness, embody it. Don't just ponder virtue, practice it. Don't just argue about what a good man should be one. And so, we come to understand that the essence of goodness is not found in lofty debates or philosophical treatises, but in the simple everyday act of choosing to do good. It's in this choice, in this action, that we truly become good. Argue less, act more, be the good that you wish to see. How often do you appreciate the simple things in life? This question sets the stage for our exploration of Marcus Aurelius's wisdom on the beauty of simplicity. He once said, "The universe is transformation. Our life is what our thoughts make it." At its core, this quote reminds us of the simplicity of existence itself. Our lives, in all their complexities and intricacies, are ultimately shaped by the simplicity of our thoughts. Each thought we entertain, like a pebble thrown into a pond, sends ripples throughout our existence. It's in this simplicity that the true beauty of life lies. It's not about the grandiose or the extravagant, but rather the small and seemingly insignificant moments that define us. Our thoughts, simple as they are, have the power to transform our lives. They shape our days, our feelings, our actions, and ultimately, our destiny. So remember, your life is what your thoughts make it. Keep it simple, keep it beautiful.